So you can breathe underwater. How are you doing that? Something Celestia, huh? Makes as much sense as the rest of this. Now, watch out for those jellyfish! Ah, that's better. No forests, no allergens. Welcome to Gobblerton, Wizard. Is it everything you were expecting? As for the gobblers, we are an indolent people. We while away our days eating, expelling gases, and passing out from the exertion. Small details like maintenance and not eating the street tend to escape us. I'd hope to change that, to encourage them to do things, anything.
It's the witch, the one who scared King Gobblestone away. Get her!
But then there was that. I'm afraid I require your services as bodyguard, kiddo. Hopefully you can convince them not to resort to cannibalism.
Fine. We won't eat the witch, but tell her she better not wish away our new king. And bring us some food. Please.
Bring them food? But Nana supplies all the food to Gobblerton. No wonder they're so hangry. It's those antijoys. They'll get you every time. I have a theory that gobbler physique and attitude are influenced by the food that we eat, more so than other races, hence my unique appearance. That's why I think gobblers can be the solution to the antijoys. We just need to feed them the right thing. Alas, they are set in their ways. I asked King Gobblestone, a portly fellow, even by gobbler standards, to see what happened if he exercised and ate fewer than 30 meals a day. This upset him greatly. He began ranting about witches, then waddled off to some other world. In response, the citizenry ran me out of town. Since I'm persona non grata here, can you ask some of the gobblers about the missing food rations, and if they've noticed any absent brethren? Capital! I'll do some sleuthing from the shadows and meet you on the other side of the island. Good luck!
Gobblers working in factories? Yep, I heard about that. Not me, though. No, sirree, Bob. That's against the gobbler code. Eat, rest, play, sleep. And sometimes sleep eat. There's still a debate about that last one. Point is, gobblers don't work. Or conversate. Hint, hint, eh? Hint.
Gobblers working in factories? Why would you say such a horrible thing? My blood sugar's too low for this kind of talk. I gotta lie down.
The food ration drops from Nana have stopped. Everybody panic! Oh, so sleepy. Nap now, panic later. Night-night.
What's this about sweating anti-joys? Is that for when I feel like a nut or when I don't? Oh, anti-joys. Yeah, that sounds exhausting. And our food drops. Yeah, they get taken away whenever Nana needs another professional taste tester for her factory. Been happening a lot lately. King Gobbsmack says the testers just sit and eat all day, then give Nana their expert opinions. Well, I do it, but it sounds exhausting.
Well, what's the not-so-skinny, kiddo? Learn anything useful? So Nana and co. are extorting the gobblers for expert taste-testing labor? How grandmotherly. And the new King Gobbsmack is in on it? Well then, we must have words with King Gobbsmack. You go distract the castle guards by the side door, whilst I sneak in elsewhere. Meet me inside.
Hold up, little buddy. Halt in the name of the king.
Oh, that sounded so authoritative, buddy. I'm like literally shaking over here. Nicely done.
Thanks, buddy. We're pretty awesome guards, aren't we, buddy?
So awesome, buddy. Oh, and you can go on in, little bud. Just know that we're like pretty sure we saw a gross witch sneaking around.
Way to be informative, buddy. Let's totally go the opposite way and hunt down that witch, buddy. Oh, and maybe something to eat.
I've got good news and bad news.
We totally knew you were trying to distract us while your witch friend snuck into the castle. and we know which witch that witch is.
Hooah! And we caught you both! And we brought backup buddies! We're like the best guards ever, aren't we, buddy?
The faster you fight them, the faster they stop talking.
Oh, no fair. You cheated. You okay, buddy?
I think so. Thanks for asking, buddy. We totally would have won that fight if we'd been properly fueled.
Good point, buddy. You come back after we've eaten, and we'll put the hurt on you.
Yeah! Until then, I guess you can, go talk to the king. Just don't run this one off with your crazy witch talk, okay?
Ooh, sick burn, buddy. Come on, let's go find clouds that look like stuff.
Let's hope those two aren't indicative of the new king's sensibilities. This way! Good gravy! Your Majesty clearly hasn't missed too many meals. I guess Gobblerton was the snack-sized king.
His voraciousness, King Gobbsmack, demands to know the reason for this intrusion. He also inquires about this gravy you spoke of.
We demand to know why gobblers are being offered up like chattel to be sweated in Nana's factories.
The tributes serve a higher purpose. They will continue, so the food drops continue. You won't drive away Gobbsmack as you did his cousin.
Gobblerton wasn't driven away. He rolled away after I suggested he try jumping jacks. You see, exercise produces splendorphins, which... Oh, yeah. No need to translate that, Wormtongue. We get the gist. Come on, kiddo. Let's get out of here. I think I have an idea. Gobbsmack may be worse than Gobblerton, but that worthless conversation made me realize something else. Gobblers are the problem, but we can also be the cure. When we exercise, our bodies produce sweet splendorphins. They can negate the antijoys. At least that's my theory. We'll need to test it. I've created a makeshift lab in an old building that these gobblers wouldn't dare trespass in. The gym! Let's go! Well, that's odd. The door won't open. Ugh! The old lock probably rusted shut or something. We'll have to go round the long way. Follow me!
Go away! No one may enter the witch's abode!
Why not?
After she left, nasty boogeyman appeared. Terrible monsters of slime and ick. So we locked them in the place no one ever goes.
I see. And what if I told you that I was the witch in question?
Oh, well, I guess I would arrest you. But the jail's all the way over there. And I'm pretty comfortable. So help yourself.
What? What are those things? They're disgusting. Are they? No. Oh, you think they'll leave us alone if we don't pick at them? Well, that was the worst experience of my life. You know what I think these are? Well, you see, gobblers ingest a great deal, especially sugar. And, at least my theory is, food greatly affects every atom of their bodies. In this case, those atoms have become imbued with sugar rush energy. Now, when certain bodily substances are expelled, say via sneezing, the sugar rush energy in those substances persists and, yeah, let's just go. Oh, of course, more of the disgustingness. So help me if there's an even bigger mucus monster in the next room. Yep, and there it is. An even bigger one. A full-on boogeyman, no less. I swear you can't write something this repugnant. Come on, Wizard. My lab is just through here. Mind the treadmills. All right. I've removed the barricade on the front door they put up to keep the snot soldiers in. Now, shall we get down to business? Capital! I have everything we need here to test the effect of splendorphins on antijoys. Except, of course, for the antijoys themselves. I'll need you to go get some from the hangry gobblers. Just get them worked up and collect the sweat. Battling ought to do it. Meanwhile, I'll run on one of these old treadmills to make splendorphins. When you have the antijoy-filled sweat, come back through that other entrance. Shouldn't be any of those nasty little nose nuggets that way.
Come on, not even a cookie for our troubles? Mess with us again and I'm going to eat your hat. Seriously though, it's a delicious looking hat.
Whew, you're back. I've collected my splendorphins. And you have the antijoys. Great, just give me a moment to mix them together. Success! They cancel each other out, which means we can remove the sourness of the gummies so good old-fashioned fairy dust can do its thing. The problem is getting enough splendorphins. I can't do it by myself, and the other gobblers are too hangry and lazy. But like I said, a gobbler's personality is affected by what they eat, so if we can find the right food, it might settle them. To that end, check out the library. It's nothing but cookbooks, so I've never actually been, but perhaps one such book has the meal we need.
Salutations! Forgive our untidiness. We are gorging ourselves on this literary cornucopia because we envisaged the taste of berry.
Verily. Alas, I have hence grown suspicious that we, mayhaps, have been pronouncing library inaccurately.
Interesting theory, Adelard. Does the conversation vex you, stranger? Allow me to elucidate. We are ingesting books.
Surely we need not recount to a spiral traveler such as yourself the age-old adage of, you are what you eat.
Indubitably. Now, I am intrigued by what this obviously erudite young wizard brings to the metaphorical dinner table. Let the feast begin. Well, that was illuminating. I've learned that we have much to learn about the magical arts.
Indeed. Wizard, have you designs on further provocations? Or was there perhaps a specific volume that my compatriot and I could locate for you?
Ah, yes. I latterly had a nibble of such a text. The only one of its kind, to be sure. The Alpoi Expedition, I believe it was called.
Alfoy, you troglodyte? Stranger, your query is right over there. It is, as they say, all yours.
When the High Luminary first identified the small tunnel through which the ether could be navigated, we never imagined what we'd find. New worlds, some that seemed to mock the very design of Imperia. Eventually, we came upon a world wholly constructed of pure sweetness. We have since harnessed the power of this new world's natural saccharine resources and used them to create such treats, such delights.
Ah, Wizard, did you find anything useful? Uh-huh. Wait, you keep saying Alfoy as if it were a real word. Let me just look at that book. Oh my, if this text is accurate, these ancient Alfoy explorers that no one in modern times has ever heard of settled right here in Karamelle. They learned to harvest sugar and to make treats. Why, they may have started the entire caramel confection industry, but what became of them? And more importantly, their knowledge. If these Alfoy knew the secrets of caramel treats, then perhaps they had other information we can use. But where else would we find ancient records of that magnitude? Oh, Gobblerton! He was notorious for hoarding trinkets and curios. Perhaps Gobbsmack will let us search through the old stockpiles, if we ask nicely enough. Come, we must return to the castle.
And look at that one over there, buddy. It totally looks like a fresh Schneeball with frosting. And, oh, heads up, buddy. They're back.
Do you mind, not making us do anything this time?
We'd like nothing more. Just direct us to King Gobbsmack, and we'll leave you to your cloud spotting.
Sweet. Thanks, little buds.
Double thanks, little buds! Just use that door over there. They're like putting new locks on the other door. Something about keeping witches out.
Hi there, us again. We were hoping we could peruse any archives you might not have devoured for information on the Alfoy peoples.
No.
No? Is that really what he... Well, why not?
Not that you deserve an answer, but it's probably due to the fact that the subject matter for which you inquire is forbidden.
Forbidden? Guess that explains why no one of intellectual merit has ever heard of them. Why are we forbidden to speak of the Alfoy?
No.
His gargantuanness declares that your insolent questioning has spurred him to action. The kind where he chews you up and spits you out. The king has had enough. All this quibbling has given him heartburn.
Just let us look through Gobblestone's old stockpiles and archives and we'll be on our way.
So be it. The knowledge you seek is in one of these piles here. Probably. Just dig around.
Look at all this stuff. Antiquated ice cream scoops, portraits of King Gobblestone, so many vintage Nana's candy wrappers. Ah, what's this? It's some sort of disc. The design is equal parts familiar and alien. There's no writing or indications of any kind.
Oh, that? All we can remember is that it's super annoying and inedible and we hate it.
Sounds promising. Thank you, Your Majesty. We'll leave you be for now. Alrighty, kiddo. I'll meet you in the lab. Well, this disc is proving to be a tough nut to crack, I assume. I've never actually tried to crack a nut on account of my terrible nut allergy. I shook it, stomped on it, and even dunked it in oat milk. So far, this disc is a big fat nothing burger. Care to take a whack at it?
How will I know when it's on? What red light? This red light? Oh, it's recording. Shh. General Choco-Khan, years ago, you served my father. The most delightful treat he'd ever consumed. The jolt of sweetness spurred him to mount an expedition beyond Imperia to find its like again. My liege, I am happy to report... Oh, pardon me. I am happy to report success. Our party has found an entire world of the most decadent sugar. In honor of your daughter, we dubbed this world Karamelle. The natives had no clue of the decadence around them, but we mastered its secrets. Then something went terribly wrong. The food we created turned us into monsters. Slovenly, insatiable monsters. We must be saved from ourselves. I've placed information vital to the survival of our crew in the memory systems of this holodisk. Help me, Choco-Khan. You're my only...
Oh, my goodness. That person looked like me. This all but confirms my theories about gobbler physiology. It's also an insight into our history that none of us know. We must inform the others. I need some time to process the information stored in the holodisk. Could you go out and tell the gobblers what we've learned? And while you're at it, use your powers of persuasion to motivate them to do something. Anything. Tell them it's the only way they'll get fed.
Just drop the food directly into my face. What? No food? Just motivation? What kind of monster are you? What? You say I could feed myself? Gobblers really used to be great thinkers and makers? Truth be told, I've always had this little voice inside me telling me to build things. I figured it was gas. You know, if and we restored the factory here, we could use it to make all sorts of things. Even food! I'll tell the others.
Hey, you're that strange little stranger that's going around filling gobblers' heads with things that ain't food, ain't ya? What's your angle? To inform us Nana's keeping us fat and docile so she can steal our sweat to make a gummy army? That's quite an angle. But what can I do? Literally anything you say. I've been interested in engineering ever since that time I tried to eat a clock. Suppose I could give that a go.
Finally, I'll have a double fudge burger with cream cheese. Huh? You're here to teach me about history? Ooh, fine. I'm too lazy to walk away. Wow! Gobblers used to be explorers, and we discovered how to work the land here. I weren't taught that in 12 years of Gobbler Garden. I should do something? I have always wondered about farming. If I grew my own food, I wouldn't depend on Nana. That's it. I'm gonna be a farmer.
How'd your motivational speaking go, kiddo? Wow, I'm impressed you were so successful, much less not eaten. I was pretty successful here, too. The information on this holodisk was invaluable. I was able to use it to map out the perfect gobbler food for our unique physiology and tastes. The key is fairy-dusted organic ingredients. None of the low-fructose candy corn syrup junk Nana uses. The trick is going to be manufacturing... What? The gobblers are restoring the old factory as we speak? Perfect! How's about I go manage those efforts while you go gather ingredients? There's an underwater grotto where you can collect all natural Swedish fish eggs. Oh, and grab some jellyfish jelly while you're there. The grotto will spit you out in the gumdrop forest where you can pick fresh gumdrops. Now, here's the most important part, the fairy dust. Fairy guides offer dusting to the tourists for an exorbitant price. Luckily, I have this coupon for free fairy dusting. Now, let's go to work.
Valued customer to the Gumdrop Forest. Oop, in a hurry, I see. You'd like a dusting? No problem. That'll be 50,000 gold. Oh, but you have a coupon. And it's the poorly written one that doesn't limit the amount of fairy dust I have to give you for free. Wunderbar. And poof, there you go. You're dusted with all the fairy dust I had. You have yourself an old-fashioned, delightful day!
Oh good, you're back. The gobblers and I have been hard at work, if you can believe it. Come, show me what you've collected. My word, that's quite a haul! I've explained the situation and the need for splendorphins to the gobblers, and they're remarkably eager to help. They've earned their treats. I'll take the majority of the food back to my lab for safekeeping and continued study. Can you deliver the rest to the hard-working gobblers? Start with our new farmer, and tell him he can plant the seeds from those gumdrops.
Howdy! I done tilled this here dirt the best I could, but ain't nothing grown. I even tried yelling at it. Oh, I'm gonna give up and take a nap. You have food for me? Thanks! I didn't know food could give you energy. Wish there weren't all these little rocks in it, though. What? They're seeds? And I plant them and then more gumdrop trees grow? Wow! Your magic is fascinating. You should go show Gob the Builder.
Hey, Wizard! Like what we done with the place? We made great progress. That is until I sorta kinda ate all my tools. Ooh, but now I can eat. What is this? Fish eggs? Gross! Delicious. Thanks for the grub, but I still need tools. There's an old store where I used to go eat tools. Visit. But it got overrun by trolls. Could you go in and rustle up some tools?
Go away, tasteless intruder. Trolls need intruders. Yeah! Wait, why you say we need them when we want them go away? You send mixed messages! Not need. No time explain homophones. Just squeeze and twist intruder like dough. Intruder take what intruder want. Trolls go by. What trolls go by? Trolls no have no money. Hey, wait for me!
These are some delicious looking, sturdy and useful looking tools. Definitely not as appetizing as fish eggs. With a full belly and a full toolbox, I'll have the exterior of this factory all spiffed up in no time. The inner workings, that's another story. After a furious start, I ain't heard a peep from inside in a while. Unless there's a sawmill in there. I suspect the engineer fell asleep.
Hi. Sorry, I've been auditing factory equipment, but there's just so much to do and I keep falling asleep standing up. Is that food for me? Gimme! Oh, I feel like a new gobbler. Thanks. Oh yeah, the factory equipment. The equipment is run down but operable. The problem is our power source, the Fizzle Pebble generator. She's kaput. I can bypass the broken elements, but we'll still need something to supply the kinetic energy. I was thinking gobblers on treadmills. Not only will that provide the energy to run the factory that's making healthy food, it gets gobblers exercising and producing more splendorphins. I can round up the runners if you can procure the treadmills. There should be plenty in the gym which Rosina hangs out in. Good luck!
Hey, kiddo, I've almost got the splendorphin samples ready to go. What are you up to? On a run for treadmills? Take your pick. But why? The factory is going to be gobbler-powered, with the byproduct being splendorphins? Genius! I love it when a plan comes together. Once you've delivered those treadmills, bring everyone outside. I've got an announcement to make.
That was fast. Maybe we should put you on a treadmill, huh? Just kidding. Gobblers, on your marks, get set, go! Run! Yes, yes. The generator has come back to life. The factory is alive. The gobblers are alive. Gobblerton is alive. It's alive! It's alive! That is, the factory is up and running. And just in time for Rosina's announcement, you say? Ha! This being efficient thing is great.
My fellow gobblers, I stand before you now not as a witch, but as a gobbler. And on behalf of Gobblerton, I wish to thank our wizard friend here.
Hear, hear!
But the biggest thanks goes to the citizens of Gobblerton for standing up, not just for what's right, but for their minimum daily activity. It's this resolve that is allowing us to shed the yoke of Nana's oppression and get back to being thinkers, makers, and foodies.
We'll do nothing of the sort. In fact, you'll do nothing at all. 'Tis the Gobbler Code. Not to mention the will of your king.
Nuts to that! What's King Gobbsmack, or any king for that matter, ever done for us? Also, I'm gonna start growing peanuts, because I can!
What? But, ooh, I demand you tear down this factory, then immediately resume doing nothing, or else the king is going to be quite upset!
Yeah, gastrointestinally upset. What's he gonna do? Huff and puff and burp the place down?
The gobblers have spoken, Goba. We'll no longer be pawns in anyone's game. Now, run along and tell the king his exercise plan starts tomorrow.
Yeah!
Remember this feeling. It's called living. Let us vow to hang on to it, to never lose it to kings or candy or cravings again. Kiddo, a word? You've done so much for me and for my people. I can't thank you enough, but there's one ginormous favor we still need from you. Go to Karamelle City and confront the Grand Nana. Make her tell you where her gummy army is. Then use these splendorphin samples to destroy it. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, kiddo.
Well, hello, sweetie. What can Nana do for you on this fine day? Me? Hurting Karamelle? Silly scion, Karamelle is not hurting, it is working, livened by a most righteous endeavor. The spiral is filled with frowns and substandard treats. I can fix it. I can ensure everybody everywhere has old-fashioned delightful days every day. Surely that is worth a few furrowed brows and wearied gnomes, whose hearts should be filled with joy anyway, knowing the great work they do. Now, that sounds like a joyless enterprise. The perfect task for you. Fight the explodey thing, wizard. Leave the spiral to me. Sweetness prevails.
And that is why you do not reverse your hoodie with your goodie. Ah, wizard! Just who I wanted to see. Come, let us speak. So, how did you find Gobblerton? Lacking in the cavities, yeah? Interesting that. Could be because there was no cabal there. Could be because Gobblerton is not overdeveloped. Or could be the cavities are random and we have yet to determine the cause. What have we learned, though? That the people who look so happy are truly sad. Made so by a mad queen's mad plan. I cannot let that stand, can you? Of course not. That is why you are the scion, yeah? Do not let Nana discourage you. She is not Karamelle. I will show you Karamelle. Onward to mine estate! This wizard is Karamelle, and it is time we took our company back from those who corrupted it. It is time for an old-fashioned, hostile takeover.
I will make the curses!
My friend, you are at like a 20 right now. I need you to modulate to a 5. No curses. We must be more tactical here. Right, guys?
Right. First, we must hit the product department and devour Nana's army of gummies. Malworth says you found the way to do that in Gobblerton?
Then we destroy Nana's support amongst the people by taking over advertising. We will deliver your factory farm photos to the whole world.
Then we take down the dreaded counting crypt, where the power of arcane math provides the true source of Nana's strength.
Then Grand Nana will be alone, with no resources. She will have to step down and let this new executive board take over. Onward to business!
All right. I can do this. They are just gummies. Toothless, squishy gummies. I can... Don't speak up on people when they are planning to infiltrate the production and distribution center of an army of soldier bears. Anyway, the plan is simple. We go in, we find out who runs this place, and shut them down. Along the way, we will use your splendorphins to cancel out the anti-joy programming in any gummies we see. Make them nice and docile again. All right, yeah, we can do this. Act tuned, wizard!
Halt, valued customer. Pause. New information downloading. Halt, traitors to Nana's old-fashioned caramel delights. You must be processed, then exterminated.
Wunderbar! Now that they're out of the way, use the splendorphins on these gummies. It will shut them down for a while, but when they wake up, they will be sweeter than ever! It is working! The splendorphins are sciencing away the anti-joys right before our eyes! Come on, let us find more gummies! Oh no! These gummies are already active!
You think you can meddle with my little pretties? No!
What?
This is my domain, my perfect puppet show, my grand guignol of Gumi. And you are nothing but the splatters on my stage. No, my beauties, my creations! Don't you dare tamper with them!
Does it matter to you that we are improving them? Fixing them so they cannot go sour?
But they must go sour. It is their divine edict. The world screams out that it is sad, and my beauties destroy things so it can smile again.
Come on, Wizard. Let us just fix these gummies. I gather we just met the master of this place. That was the mission, Mission it was. I just wish we knew beforehand she is the cuckoo bonkers.
No, the gummies. Oh, they were perfect. Do you not understand? They were like flowers that bloom and die in short succession.
And go mad and take people down with them?
Yes, beautiful. But you corrupted them, made them sweet, made them a lie. For that you will pay. For that you will face the wrath of the true puppet master, the invisible hand on the gummy strings. Now you face the Jellymancer.
You are fired, Jellymancer.
You cannot fire me. I quit. Unless your new administration needs a marvelous manipulator of gummies. Yeah. No? Okay, I see it is no.
Now that she is out of the way, I can take care of the rest of the gummies. From now on, the only thing shipping out of here will be sweets. You find Samantha, and whichever invisible, inaudible, intangible familiar she has now, and take down marketing.